This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2023 Crossroads Zinger travel trailer, and the model number is 340BH, as in bunkhouse. So I'm going to show you some of the features here and how they work. So you've got power stabilizers. One switch, this switch right here controls both rear. There's a switch up front that controls both front. We have a kitchen here with running water, a refrigerator, and a griddle, LP powered griddle. Now you have to remember that this has a quick connect hose here. And you have to plug this hose in to the LP system right here to get gas to the griddle. So remember to plug that in. You have outside speakers. You have a power awning with LED strip. Of course, that's a vent for the range hood that's over the range. If you're going to be using the fan to vent the range hood while you're cooking, make sure you open that little baffle in there so it flaps freely. This is just an outside sprayer / shower. This is your black tank flush. So when you flush your black tank, like it says on the sticker here, make sure the black tank valve is open before you hook the hose onto here and turn it on to flush the tank. So dump the black tank, leave the valve open, then hook up the hose at the dump station and flush out the tank, okay? Otherwise too much pressure can build up. This is a TV signal out and some power. This is your fresh water fill here for your fresh water tank. So the most common way to get water to the trailer obviously is the city water hookup. If you happen to be boondocking somewhere or camping anywhere without city water, you can pre-fill your tank right here. Excuse me, use the onboard pump. You can pump the water. All the plumbing will work as though you have city water, even though you'll be pumping it out of the tank. I'll show you where the switches are for that also. Let's see here. This is your water heater. Right now, it runs on both gas and electric. The switches are inside the trailer. I'll show you those also. Right now it's empty. You can see there's the cap and the drain. So the water's drained out because it's winterized. The valves in the back are bypassed. So there's antifreeze in the system, and the water heater is drained empty because it's winterized. Never run the water heater without water in the water heater tank. So anytime you empty it, you're going to fill it before you start using it again. So always keep that in mind. Alrighty. Your front stabilizers, of course. You have a deep cycle marine battery. That's the kill switch for the battery right there to shut it on and off. You have a hookup. This is a pre-wire for a solar battery charger. So if you wanted to get the Go Power kit, you would order it, and it basically plugs right into there, and you shine you take out the solar panel, and it'll charge your battery. It's just a pre-wire. Okay. Here is your power tongue jack. Has a light up and down, of course. If it ever fails, you can pull this plug right here, and there should be, let me see what we have here. Okay, hold on please. Yes, you have a crank right here. That crank will go right on the shaft that's underneath this plug here, and you can crank that manually to get yourself out of trouble. Also, you have this crank here. Let me spin it around here. It's a cylinder with a slot cut in it, as you can see. Well, on the off-door side, your power stabilizers have a shaft with a pin through it right there. If you can see that, this crank will fit right on there. So you can crank these stabilizers even if you have a power failure or some kind of issue where they don't work. You can still use them manually. So that's another good thing. This is just your dump hose here, of course. Storage. You have a 50 amp service in here. So you got a reducer to reduce it down to a 30, plus your 50 amp short cord. Okay. Cable and satellite into the entertainment area. You can see by the housing there, it's pre-wired for a Furrion backup camera kit. So if you're interested, we sell them here. You can get them elsewhere. Just make sure you get the kit that fits that housing for a backup camera. This is your city water hookup, the most common way to get water to the trailer. And you have a ladder, which is great because it makes it easy to inspect the roof. The manufacturer states every 90 days the roof should be inspected. If you're looking for cracking and separation at any of the sealant where water could get through, looking for damage that could be caused by low branches or road debris, anything like that. So you just inspect it. Odds are you won't have to do anything for years. But if you don't go up there and look, or somebody doesn't go up there and look, you don't know what's happening. So it's important to check it out to protect your investment, okay? All right, so let's go inside here. The furnace is on. Okay. Let's find the lights here. Excuse me 1 second here. Okay. So you have your lights. Of course, these are your levels, your battery. Let's do it this way. Black water, gray water, your fresh water tank, so on and so forth. Graduates up in 1/3 increments. Your water pump is right here. We talked about pumping water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. Also, that's used to winterize the trailer, and then you can light your water heater on gas, never run it without water in it. You can turn on the electric heating element, never run it without water in it. Most people run, when they get to the campsite, they run their water heater, the electric heating element for their water heater. It keeps their water hot, but if they're going to shower, they'll kick on the burner. That's generally how it's done. You have your slide rooms here, 3 of them, and then you have your power awning. Never leave the power awning out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, make sure you roll it in so it doesn't get damaged by the weather. Okay. GFCI. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI. Even though some of them are just regular plugs, they're still wired through them. So anytime a receptacle doesn't work, think GFCI. There's a couple of them in this trailer. Alright, so fireplace, and it is here. Let me look in the drawer, see what we've got here before we go any further. Okay. This is your stuff here, your all your literature. Okay, and here are your remotes. There's your TV remote, and here's your fireplace remote. And it's very simple. It's a good space heater. You have a timer. You can set the intensity of the fire, set the temperature. Right now it's really kicking the heat right now. So it runs on regular AC power, and it's a really good space heater. Okay. Your sound bar has FM radio, no AM, just FM radio. It has 2 speaker zones, A and B. A is inside, B is outside the trailer. It has a USB drive, so you can put your MP3s onto a USB drive and take it with you. You have Bluetooth, so you can stream from your phone or your tablet, that sort of thing. Your TV is on a fold-out type TV bracket, so you can adjust it how you need to. This is your range hood we talked about. Fan, light. If you're going to be running the fan to exhaust when you're cooking, make sure you open that little baffle outside on the vent. Okay. When it comes to your range, let me see if he's got it. Basically, this is the sparker here. You turn it clockwise to spark it. You have 3 burners, 3 knobs for 3 burners, and then that's the oven. So let's see if he's got gas up here. Yeah, so it's that simple. The oven's a little different in that there's a pilot light all the way down here at the back. Maybe you can see it spark here. Maybe not. But what you do with it, you go to the picture of the flame, then you depress it. You keep it depressed while you're sparking it. Once it lights, you hold it in for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. And turn it to whatever temperature you want. It cycles. When you shut it off, the flame goes out. So does the pilot light. You have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. You have an ambient light and then an oven light here. Okay. Always travel with this in the down position. Okay. This is your power converter here. This converts AC to DC power. So you have 120 AC at these circuit breakers here, just like you'd have at home, and they're all labeled. So this is your AC distribution center here. Then the power is converted from AC to DC over here. So you got 12 volt DC fuses, and then they're all labeled. So that's where the DC comes from. This is also a battery tender, so it'll sense how much energy your battery up on the tongue has and needs. As long as you're plugged into shore power, it's going to send as many amps necessary to keep your battery charged. So it's just AC distribution. It's an AC to DC converter and a battery charger. Okay. Of course, your tow vehicle charges the battery when you're pulling it down the road also. Okay. So this is a 12 volt DC refrigerator. So this actually runs on 12 volt DC also. Microwave works like any other microwave. Alrighty. Thermostat is an analog thermostat. Keep the fan on auto, and right now it's on heat, as you can see. Just click it all the way to the right is the heat. One click to the left is off. Another click to the left is fan, which is just the air conditioner running without the compressor. Just circulates air. And then all the way over to the left is your air conditioner. It's that simple. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green. If it's not glowing green, get it serviced. It's obviously very important. Never ignore it or decide to deal with it later. Always take care of it. Okay, your toilet is an RV toilet, so it sits right over a black tank, like they all do. And this goes in with obviously I showed you the black tank flush on the outside. You have a flush pedal right here. So when you get to the campground, you put a dose of chemical in the bowl. You step on the pedal and hold it down till at least a gallon of water goes into the black tank below the toilet along with the chemical. Then it's ready to be used. If you don't use chemical in water, that's considered using it dry, and it'll be a mess. It'll get clogged up. It'll smell terrible. It'll just be a mess. So you always make sure you use a dose of chemical and at least a gallon of water. You can use more than a gallon, just don't use less, okay? Most people use more. The shower, always, when you're traveling, always have, I'm not going to latch it here, but always have this latched onto this knob so the doors can't come open and bang together and get damaged. Always latch it with this rubber piece, always. The shower works like any other shower, and you got a fan up there. So even though there's a magnetic strip there, always, I'm sorry about my camera work, I'm all over the place here. Even though you have a magnetic strip there, always use this rubber latch here, okay? Okay, bunk room, slide out, this obviously slide out here, that slides in. You can also move this bed to this position here with the latches, and you can sit there. You have lights and USB charger. This jackknife's flat and turns into a bed if you need to. Okay, another bed up here, TV, see your remotes and stuff. This air conditioner here, this one is not on the thermostat. This one has, you have to operate it from these two knobs here. This is the thermostat knob here, and here's your operation. Now it has two fan speeds to just circulate air, and then it has two air conditioning speeds. Okay, so always make sure your sliding doors are latched when you're traveling. You can drop this tabletop down and turn this into a bed. You can, let's see what we have here before I say anything else. Yeah, this is a jackknife, so this jackknife's flat into a bed. Okay. Coming up front here, we have another slide, another TV. This is, I believe you have had a combo in here now. Yeah, you have a washer dryer combo installed. Always travel with this latch, just like anything else that slides in here. Always latch it, okay? You have some storage under here, like most trailers do. And like I said, always latch the sliding doors. Okay, so I think that pretty much covers it. So I'm going to look around here real quick, make sure we didn't forget anything. Please remember to inspect your roof not every 90 days, or have it done by somebody. That people, generally speaking, do not inspect their roof enough. Okay. Right now this is winterized, so the water heater is bypassed, empty, and there's antifreeze in the system. Never run your water heater without water in it. And other than that, we'll go over any issues you have when you pick up, okay? So thanks for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit, and we're looking forward to seeing you, okay? Thank you.